Good morning, students. Today we will study a new chapter, metal and non-metal. In previous class, we already discussed all the elements we can divide in two categories, metal and non-metal, about their physical and chemical property. Today we discuss in detail. At first we study physical property, after then we study chemicals. So now I am showing some metals. Friends, this one is a aluminum metal, and the metal have this very fine shining surface. So, and this you can feel the sound. This one is known as sonority, and it have very shining surface because it is packed in the plastic wrapper. So this one is that nature known as luster. So metal have shining surface. Other metal I am showing you, that one is a rod that made by iron. So this have also a shining surface, and this also very strong, very hard. Other metal I am showing you, magnesium ribbon. This magnesium ribbon we earlier discussed in second chapter about magnesium ribbon, and it's react with atmospheric air and form a oxide layer, so it blackish color. If we remove this blackish color by a sandpaper like this, then it appears shining surface. After some times we burn this magnesium ribbon, then what happen you can observe. So it's light black color remove out when we rub by the sandpaper. Other metal I am showing you, that is zinc metal. Zinc, you know zinc granules, students, that have very shining surface, zinc granules. So these are zinc, already discussed in second chapter also. Zinc granules, when react with acid, they release hydrogen gas. So these are some metal, and other metal I can show you, that like spatula, and this one other rods. So they are also made by metal. So generally their physical property, when we observe, almost these all are solid state. They are solid state. In our daily life we observe aluminum, iron, gold, platinum and silver, other metals, sodium, potassium, almost all are solid. But only one metal at room temperature found liquid state, that is mercury, used in thermometer. There is one exception. Other one, some metals, this iron is very hard, it is not broken, and when we hammered, then it also not broken, and that is window, doors, planes, when they are hammered, they can spread as a thin sheets, that property known as malleability. Other property of the metal is like wire, they can spread as a wire. Students, this one is copper wire. So when we stretch, that is very thin wire we can spread. That 1 gram gold we can spread up to 2 kilometers, very thin wire. Gold have very highest that ductility. That property known as ductility, means metals can spread as a thin wires. When they hammered, they can spread as sheets for making different doors and other containers. Other property, shining surface, sonorous, lusters, they are almost solid state, and metals are good conductor, heat or electricity. Because students, in our wire, when the current move and there is outer surface, that is PVC cable, and that PVC cable we can touch or feel. So, but on that wire, if we touch by the gold that necked is live wire, they can harm us because current pass in that metal. And in a activity, we can show you when we hit, and in our daily life, we observe when we use any metal and when it is hitting one side, then that other side also it is hot. The reason behind is because they pass heat and current. So we should not touch the live wire of any electric because that can harm us. Other non-metal generally solid state, they have less lusters, like this one, test tube holders, this that is made by wooden and that have less shinings and less lusters. They are found almost solid or gaseous state, but a non-metal found also in liquid state, that is bromine. So there are some different exceptions in all. Non-metal, that one pass current also. Carbon as a graphite form, it can pass current. But carbon is a diamond in diamond form, allotropic form, that is a very hard substance and high melting and boiling point. Graphite, although a non-metal, but pass current. So there are different types of activities. So metal have like a shining surface, means that have lusters because they appear shining, newly metals. Other malleability, this property is when they are hammered, they can spread as thin sheets. Other one, ductility, metals are ductile. With 1 gram gold we can spread as up to 2 kilometers. Like in daily life, iron wires, aluminium, copper, they can be used for different current or different activities. Sonorous, they create sound because metal create sound, and good conductors of heat and electricity. But lead and mercury are poor conductor. Metal generally hard. Now I am showing you a other metal, that one sodium metal. Sodium, potassium, lithium are soft metal, and others generally hard metal. They can cut by knives. So now I am showing you sodium metal. Students, sodium metal placed in kerosene oil or wax. So this is placed in a wax, and at first I cut by this spatula only. So you can see that have shining surface on this spatula, but this one is reactive, so highly reactive. I placed again in that wax. So because it is highly reactive and react with air and form oxide layer, dangerous. So at first I placed in between the filter paper, so remove all the wax. Now you can see this one, I can cut by the spatula only, by the small piece, like that one. When they placed in air, they react with oxygen, form a oxide layer. So you can see that one have shining surface. These metal highly reactive, and it's react with air, form oxide. When it react with water, it catch fire. So now students, these are larger size. I put on again on the packet. So these particles are sodium and they are highly reactive. They can cut only by spatula. If I placed in water, then it's show the activity. Students, I placed this amount of sodium in water, then you see the activity what happened. You can see the activity about this because it floats over and highly reactive. It's react because it jumps. You can observe the fumes release out. That gas is released hydrogen. Where the sodium react, that area hydrogen gas release out. So it can catch fire also. Very dangerous, highly reactive metal. Potassium also behave in similar way. And this the compound convert into sodium hydroxide. Students, this one is a small piece of sodium. If I put in this between the filter paper and then I placed in beaker, then what happen? Because sodium react with the water, it's release hydrogen gas, and that hydrogen gas collect between the filter paper. So you can see that it burns fire. Now I placed in this. So students, when it mix, then you can see the fire. So these are the reasons. So highly explosive. This metal is so explosive. Now students, we check what happen when sodium mix in water, then hydrogen gas release out, it catch fire. Now you observe, and now we check the remaining compound is the nature, what is acid or base. We earlier studied this acid and base, how can we check? By the litmus paper. We have two type litmus paper, blue litmus and red litmus. So when we dip these red litmus and blue litmus, you can see what are the change in this solution. Now I dipped in that solution. Blue litmus have no change. Blue litmus is no change. It means we can't explain by only that litmus paper. If I placed that red litmus, then students you can observe what happen. Red litmus convert into blue litmus. This indicates the compound. This compound is formation of sodium hydroxide, because when I dipped red litmus, then it's convert into blue color. It means this one is sodium hydroxide is basic, alkaline. So because I dipped a small sodium, so it convert this sodium hydroxide solution, and this is confirmed. But when I placed blue litmus, then there is no change in this. So about, we already studied in acid base chapter this. Now students, we burn magnesium ribbon. Magnesium ribbon when burn, then what happened? We already studied in chapter chemical reaction. Now we want to the property of the further reaction. Okay. When students we burn magnesium ribbon, then you can observe what happened. We earlier studied this reaction in first chapter. So when magnesium ribbon burns, then white dazzling flames formation, and the magnesium convert into magnesium oxide. This magnesium oxide is white color. This S we collect in a watch glass. Then we want to find out what are the nature of this S. So friends, this one is magnesium oxide, and now this magnesium oxide we check its their nature, acidic or basic. We dissolve in the water and then we further check by litmus paper. This is acidic or basic. Now students, all the elements shown in periodic table. In this modern periodic table, when we can write a zigzag line from the boron, this line, I can show you like this, from boron, then silicon, germanium from these sides. If I placed this right hand side corner, almost all elements are non-metal. These elements are non-metal, and from this zigzag line, left hand side, all elements are metal except hydrogen, Mercury a metal found liquid state at room temperature, but other two metal, like one is gallium, other one cesium, francium, they found when we placed in our hand, they change into liquid state because they have very low melting point. If we placed in our hand, because our hand temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, 98.4 degree Fahrenheit. So these metals are melt, gallium, cesium. They represent in blue color in periodic table. One a non-metal found liquid, exception. Sometimes this question comes in exam, which non-metal found liquid state. This bromine a non-metal, only one non-metal found liquid state, that is bromine. And other one, mercury and lead. The mercury and lead metal, lead means plumbum, Pb, that is a carbon group, that one. These two metals found poor conductor of heat. They are poor. Silver is best conductor of heat and electricity. Silver is best conductor. And gold is best ductile. You can see copper, silver, gold in a one group. Copper, silver, gold. So these elements, gold have more ductile. And all are active. They have shining surface, but one a non-metal that is iodine. Iodine have lusters, that is different from others, because non-metal have less shining surface, but metal have shining surface, and iodine have lesser shining surface, that is exception. Other one, carbon graphite pass current, but other non-metal do not pass current, insulator. Diamond carbon is very hot, high melting and boiling point, and that diamond and graphite both are allotrope of carbon. We detail study in next chapter about that carbon. So these are some about physical property already discussed. Now we study the chemical property. These metal like lithium, sodium, potassium, first group except hydrogen, they all are alkali metal. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. So these three metals can cut by knives because they are very soft, highly reactive. They react with air. So they placed in kerosene oil, sodium, potassium, or in a wax. Because if you placed open, they react, and now you already seen that when we put in water, then hydrogen gas release, catch fire and explosive also. When this metal burns, they form oxide. Now we already shown that is magnesium oxide. Magnesium when burn with air, magnesium oxide. Copper when burn, then change into copper oxide. Almost all metal when burn, they change into their oxides. And metal oxides nature is basic nature. Non-metal when react with oxygen, they form non-metal oxide, and their nature is acidic nature. Like sulfur, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, they all their oxides almost they have acidic nature. Some have neutral also, but non-metal oxides are acidic, metals are basic. But near the zigzag line, near this zigzag line, the element aluminium and zinc show amphoteric behavior. Amphoteric oxide means they show both acidic as well as basic. They react acid as well as base. So now we shown some chemical reactivity by the reaction. When any metal react with air, means when react with oxygen, so it's converted into oxide, metal oxides. We can write air also in place of oxygen. Like sodium, when react with oxygen, it's converted into sodium oxide. Students, how can you write sodium oxide formula? Because sodium charge +1 and oxygen -2, so cross their charge. We already discussed that one, sodium oxide. Now you balance the reaction, because sodium is 1, here write 2, oxygen 2, that is 1. So at first I balance oxygen, then I balance sodium, 2 2 ja 4. So this one you can write. Other one, when magnesium react with oxygen, then it's converted into magnesium oxide. So further by balance the reaction. In similar way, when aluminium react with oxygen, it's changed into aluminium oxide. But when you write the formula, you should know their charge. If you don't know the charge, you can't write correct formula. So 2 and 3. So at first we balance 3 and 2 in different way. So 2 and that is in this way, 2 3 ja 6, 3 2 ja 6. So we can write a balanced reaction. These sodium oxide, magnesium oxides nature, metal oxide, these all are metal oxide, and metal oxide nature are basic. Why? Because this sodium oxide when react with water, metal oxide when react with water, it's form hydroxide. Metal oxides already we discussed on that acid base chapter, basic nature, because they form sodium hydroxide, a base, another potassium hydroxide also. Magnesium oxide when react with water, it's form magnesium hydroxide. Students, these reactions are not balanced, so you have to balance the reaction. Other one, aluminium oxide. This aluminium oxide have amphoteric, these are basic. So we can balance the reaction, sodium 2, hydrogen 4. So you write like this, sodium hydroxide, and magnesium hydroxide is balanced. And when we apply the litmus paper, then red litmus change into blue litmus, because they are basic nature. Students, the aluminium oxide is amphoteric behavior. Amphoteric behavior. What do you mean by amphoteric? Amphoteric means both acid as well as base, because ampho means both. Those oxides behave acid as well as base. It behave as acid as well as base. It means it can react with acid or base, both form salt and water. So that oxide, amphoteric oxide, near the zigzag line are amphoteric oxide. Aluminium oxide and zinc oxides are amphoteric oxides. So now we write aluminium oxide and zinc oxide with acid and base. Now students, we write aluminium oxide when react with acid HCl, and further when aluminium oxide react with base. So how can we write a reaction and how we can learn, because these oxides amphoteric, when they react with acid then they behave base, when they base then acid, opposite. So they form salt and water. So when react aluminium oxide HCl, it's form aluminium chloride. But how can you write aluminium chloride formula? You know aluminium plus 3 charge, chloride -1. So cross their charge, AlCl3. Other one, what are the product? We know acid and base. So this react with acid and that base, so they form salt and water. So this reaction we already discussed in acid-base chapter. Other one also, but this is not balanced. Now we will balance also sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide, it's form another salt, that is sodium zincate. Because when they react with zinc, then zincate, when aluminum, then aluminate. Sodium aluminate. Like this. Now we balance this reaction. Aluminium oxide and HCl. Aluminium chloride 3. So write at first 3 oxygen. Oxygen balance. Then hydrogen. 3 to the 6. So aluminium also balance. We already discussed how can we balance by writing a box, but every time you don't write that. You can write only counting all the elements should be balanced both sides. Aluminium 2 atom, right side also 2. Oxygen there is 3, that oxygen 3. Hydrogen there is 6, 3 to the 6, and chlorine also 6, 2 3 the 6. So this is balance. When aluminum oxide react with base, then it forms sodium aluminate. How can we write this formula? Because oxygen charge -2, then 2 oxygen -4, aluminium +3 and sodium +1. So this one is aluminate ion, sodium aluminate. But first we balance aluminium, then you can write here sodium aluminate, and oxygen 3 and 1, 4. Total there are 2 sodium. So in this sodium 5. So now the reaction is balanced. You can check aluminium 2, then 2 aluminium, oxygen 3 and 2 5, 2 to the 4 plus 1 5, hydrogen only 2 atom, left side 2, right also 2. So this reaction is balanced, and in this behave as amphoteric oxide. Amphoteric oxide. I can write one more example of amphoteric oxide, zinc oxide. Zinc oxide behave amphoteric because near the zigzag line behave acid and base both. When react with acid and base, we can write a reaction. When it react with acid, it forms salt, zinc chloride. We know zinc charge +2, so formula is ZnCl2. And further water formation. But there is sodium zincate formation. So their formula sodium zincate Na2ZnO2. How can you write this? Because we know oxygen -2 charge, -2 into 2 -4, zinc +2, sodium +1, 2 sodium +2, overall this balance. So this one is sodium zincate. Further water formation. So now we balance the reaction. First reaction, how can in this way balance? 2 hydrogen, only 2, chlorine atom 2, right side, left side also 2 atom, oxygen. First one is balance. Other one is zinc oxide, sodium hydroxide, we need 2 sodium. If we write here 2, then oxygen 3, sodium 2, zinc is 1. So now I think balance. Zinc is 1, left side, right side also 1. Sodium left side 2, that also 2. Hydrogen right side 2, 2 also, both are balanced. Oxygen 3. 2 and 1, 3. So now the reaction is balanced. So students, you remember these two formulas slightly difficult because we don't know their formula. This is aluminate ion, AlO2 -1 charge, and there is zincate ion. So like that one ion, this is separate ion you write, where zincate like this, ZnO2 -2. Then sodium charge, what you write? Sodium +1. So cross their charge we earlier discussed in 9th class. So Na2 Zn1 we can write the formula, sodium zincate, sodium aluminate, or we can write meta-aluminate. So you remember this, write in your notebook, and this question almost comes in exam. What are amphoteric oxide? Write the reaction. Students, today we discussed different physical property of metal and non-metal. Now we summarize. Metals have shining surface, less charge. They can spread as thin sheet. When we hammered, that property known as malleability. They can spread thin wires, that property known as ductility. And they create sound, means that have sonority or sonorous. And metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. We know, with daily life we use different metal on that activity. And non-metal also show some activity, but non-metal have generally solid or gas. Metal almost solid. Only one is liquid at room temperature. Other one, they have less shining surface. They do not pass current, heat and electricity like plastic, sulfur, carbon, nitrogen, like this. But exception is there, only graphite, a non-metal pass current, iodine, shining surface, and non-metal when burns, therefore non-metal oxide, and they are acidic nature. Metal when burn in air, therefore metal oxide, they are basic nature. Near the zigzag line, they are amphoteric, because both they react acid as well as base. So today's chapter finish here, and next day we will discuss further different reactivity of metals and further non-metal in detail, how they react a metal and non-metal. If you have any problem, then write in comment box. We will discuss in next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.